I want to talk about this right here. And I just got like probably will get one more and that's it. But I want to talk about this guy, right? Yo, remember I told you that these people know the world we live in are sick? All you gotta do is just look at this type of stuff, and it will confirm to you that we live in a demonic, very evil world, right? So this dude, let's talk about this. Title: If you never effing cheated on me, end quote. Dad used a leaf blower on the youngin before a fatal beatdown. Blame the mom's infidelity for it, the police records say. That's crazy. And look at this guy. So a 36-year-old Florida father is accused of taking out his own youngin who lost his life after suffering catastrophic injuries to his dome just a few months after he was arrested for allegedly using a leaf blower on the youngin because he thought it was funny. Put this dude in a supermax isolated security prison until the day he hits the chair. And this is why I told you, all these dudes like this, they need to see the chair. It shouldn't even be, we shouldn't even have no question. In every single state, Dominique, when you have a crime like this, if you're found guilty, chair. I'm telling you, it's not going to change until that shit happens. Listen to this. James Westervelt III is charged with one count each of first and second degree murder following a lengthy investigation into the August 2024 death of his son, the court records show. The murder charge comes after he was arrested in a separate child abuse case involving the same youngin. In that case, authorities uncovered a video showing him aiming a leaf blower. When this was 2 months later, 2 months, in his face, saying he did it because it was funny. Gainesville, Florida ABC affiliate WCJB reported. According to a probable cause affidavit, and Marion County Sheriff's deputies responded to the family home on August 12, 2024 after receiving a 911 call about an unresponsive youngin. The youngin was taken to the first to Advent Health Ocala before being airlifted to the Advent Health Orlando, where doctors determined he had suffered injuries consistent with shaken baby syndrome. 4 days later, after being removed from the support, the youngin passed away. An autopsy determined that the youngin passed away from head trauma. The medical examiner also documented, right, hemorrhages, all this other stuff, severe traumatic injuries to the head, all this stuff, retinal and optic nerve hemorrhages, cerebral, cerebral, and other injuries, and it was ruled a homicide. Now, the detective said that the youngin had been behaving normally before he was left alone with this guy the morning of August the 12th. During his initial interview, Westervelt claimed he discovered his son sitting inside the baby's bassinet after somehow opening a latch wooden safety gate. He said that the toddler had been poking the infant in the head before he removed him and attempted to calm the crying baby. Question about whether he may have rocked the infant too aggressively, he replied, "Not that I effing thought it was. I might have, but I don't intentionally think." He added that there's not a time where I think I hurt that baby. So when investigators told him about the toddler's actions, they told him that the toddler's actions cannot be reasonably explained with the severity of the injuries, he allegedly began describing additional incidents, including the boy falling from the bed, slipping while bathing. And later in the interview, he moved the timeline of another alleged fall to the night before the baby was found unresponsive and suggested that the injuries may have caused when the youngin's grandmother tripped while carrying the already unresponsible infant after the 911 call. Those explanations continue to change throughout the investigation, authorities said. According to the affidavit, Westervelt eventually admitted that he and the child's mother had smoked methamphetamine shortly before she left home during the early morning hours of August the 12th. Investigators later asked him whether, while under the influence and trying to soothe the crying youngin after removing him from the bassinet, He could have bounced the baby harder than he realized. It could have been, he said. Asked whether may have caused him to be rougher than normal, he answered, it had to have been a little bit rougher. Westervelt then allegedly demonstrated for detectives how he bounced the youngin. Investigators described the demonstration as rather vigorous up and down motion, with Westervelt repeatedly driving the movement with his knees. He confirmed that the amount of force he used, he confirmed that was the amount of force that he used while trying to calm the baby. He said that the infant stopped crying approximately after 15 seconds of bouncing when he placed him back in the bassinet. The baby made what he described as a strange breathing noise before closing her eyes. About 10 minutes later, the child's mother found him limp and unresponsive. The investigation also uncovered what investigators believe is evidence as a motive. Multiple witnesses told detectives that he treated the youngin differently than the other children because he knew there was a possibility that the child was not biologically his. The affidavit states that the baby's mother had previously admitted to having an affair with another man while he was incarcerated. Detectives later confirmed after the child's death that Westervelt was not the biological father. A family friend told investigators she noticed that Westervelt was less attentive towards the infant than his other children and believed it was because he was angry over that affair. The youngin's maternal grandmother similarly said that Westervelt showed no love or affection towards that baby. Investigators also noted that he had previously served as a stay-at-home father for his older children without similar incidences. By contrast, detectives wrote that the 6-month-old suffered at least 4 separate injuries while alone in Westervelt's care during his short life. The injuries the victim sustained were not accidental. They were significant by their nature. The result of the purposeful and intentional act, the affidavit states. Investigators further wrote that if it was unreasonable to conclude the injuries had been caused by the toddler, a fall from the bed, or the bathroom incident described by Westervelt. The affidavit also cites monitored jail phone calls in which Westervelt discussed the deterioration of his relationship with the child's mother after the baby's death. He said, I think that's how I rubbed Stephanie the wrong way, he allegedly said. I always told her, if you ever effing cheated on me, none of this would have ever happened. He's scheduled to appear in court on September the 3rd. What do you think about this piece of shit?
I think that nobody deserves to die because they were a cheater. Could you imagine if everybody got killed that cheated? Ticket, man or woman? Could you imagine?
Not even her. We
You wouldn't have anybody on this earth.
We're talking about the youngin. Think about that. He took out. They're saying that he said that because it wasn't his biologically.
Yeah.
And because she was apparently cheating and that was a different father for the, that was the punishment that he felt was sufficient. That's a sick ass dude.
I'm glad that he felt like he is in the right to punish her or the child. Like, this is extremely sick, it's just demented. You know what I mean? It's evil. And you never know when a switch can turn for somebody like that. It's just insane that she couldn't spot anything like that, in him sooner, or maybe she did, but didn't think that it would come to this. So, it's just really unfortunate. But Ticket, I have to go.
Yeah, we're gonna get out of here right now. I just
okay.
I just want to wrap up and just say, man, like I said, man, these type of situations, I'm just, again, it bothers me, and I just, it fucking bothers me because, man, the youngins, they can't control nothing.
There's something in the water. There must be. When things like this happen, it just, what does he watch all day? Is he watching these, like, does he watch YouTube videos that tell him that he has the right to do these things? You just wonder about people like this. What about the way that you were raised? What did this to you?
Mm-hmm.
Really unfortunate.
All right, no doubt, man. All right, appreciate having you in here. Much love to you. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get back at it tomorrow, okay?
All right, Ticket. I'll see you tomorrow. You have a good night, okay?
All right, salute everybody. We appreciate y'all tapping on in. Like, share, and subscribe on y'all way out. And y'all go check out our channel. Oh, shout out your channel real quick.
Oh, my channel is Talk to Me Nice and Sports Tea. Like, share, and subscribe.
Y'all already know what's up. Peace. Hey, we always appreciate the support, and if you guys want to do so, you can use the Cash App or PayPal links. They'll be in the description box below this video or pinned at the top of the comments. The top donators will be announced every month. All right, you guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all cop the merch, and make sure that you get the weight loss formula. The links to that will be in the description box below this video. Check out our next video coming up right now.